morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Happy Saturday, a day I don't normally stream, but the weather is atrociously poor. So we thought, why the devil not? Let's do a quick stream and have a chat. Jimbo, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks, Kate. Saddened by the news of two footballers dying.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Well, before I say hello, might as well just go straight there and say very sad news this morning. Kevin Campbell, obviously played for our rivals, but always really liked him. Seems like a really lovely guy. Sadly passed away today, age 54. And I don't know if I've spelt that name right. Sarkak, the keeper for Millwall, Mattia Sarkak, I've spelt it wrong, sadly passed away aged just 26. I mean, that any loss is horrendous, but that's so young. So yeah, really sad news today. So, sending condolences to the families, the friends. I've seen Ian Wright post a very heartfelt message on Twitter about Kevin Campbell. I've seen Tony Adams post a very heartfelt message about Kevin Campbell as well. So yeah, sad news to start the show, but RIP to both of those players, and thinking of their friends and family at this sad time. So now we've got the bad news out of the way. Big up to everyone in the chat. We've got Anthony Clark says, big up Kate and Jimbo, and rest in peace the legend Kevin Campbell. Indeed. Just a harmless potato. Hello all, big up Kate and Jim, big up to you. Good to see you, sir. Big up Graham, Spurs GCTV. Nice to see you nice. Afternoon, Kate and Jim, and sad news about Kevin Campbell, says I'm a real gooner. Chrysandro says, afternoon guys, mixed day with the passing of Sarkic and Campbell at no age at all. Hope you're well. We're good, thank you. But yeah, very sad news.
Yeah.
Exactly that, Guna. We come together in sadness. Banter's one thing, but this things like this go outside the realms of football. And like I say, I've listened to Kevin Campbell, was always on Talk Sport a lot, and we always enjoyed listening to him. Seemed like a proper nice guy.
And
when
funny.
you look, very funny. And when you look at the messages that have been put on social media, it reflects that he was obviously well thought of. So, yes, sad news. Big up Shentan says, good afternoon, Kate and to Jimbo. Hope you both well on this grey thunder and lightning day. How's everyone in chat today? Big up Shentan, good to see you. Cheering on Turkey. Good afternoon, Adrian. Hope you're well. Good to see you, sir. It's a sad day. Football comes second to a loss of life. RIP Kevin Campbell. Yep. And as I said as well, tragic news as well that Matthias Sarkic has passed away age 26, who is or was the keeper at Millwall. So yeah, not nice at all. But we've been watching the Trooping of the Colour this morning, and it was nice to see the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, out and about. So that was good, and obviously the King himself. Afternoon Pin-Up Girl and Lucky Jim, I forgot myself. Big up, Una. We shall let you off. There's only one place to start today. Absolutely smashed. Scotland were embarrassed, humiliated. Just levels yesterday, levels. You've got Germany up here and Scotland humbled and put in their place. Final score of 5-1. I predicted 4-1. Jim predicted 2-1 to the Scottish.
I could have swore I predicted 5-1 to Germany.
Did ya? Oh, maybe you dreamt it, darling. The likes of Tony Cruz, Musiala, Havertz, Rudiger, even the guy that we were linked with last window, that Jonathan Tah, all playing out of their skin, and Scotland really nowhere near good enough. For me, that's going to be Scotland's tournament. I think they're going to be the whipping boys. But I hope they're not for their case. Jim, any thoughts on the game?
It was a bit embarrassing, wasn't it? I really thought Scotland turn up. But I couldn't have been further wrong. But it's not the first time in my life I've been wrong, that's for sure. And
It
it
won't
won't
be
be
the
the
last.
last. No. But they just got humiliated. I mean, it looked like a Premier League team against a non-league team.
Big up Drew La La. Yeah, exactly. It is a sad day. I mean, for me, Scotland were poor, but Germany were different gravy. They're normally quite slow starters, Germany, but they've come out all guns blazing with like a message to everyone else that, you know, we're here to win this. This is our home turf and we want to win it. And I just thought they were sensational. But like I say, I don't see Scotland doing well at all in this tournament. I can see them being the whipping boys. They look totally outclassed in every position. So, unfortunately for Scotland, I think they will be going out of this competition, not too far into it. Big up Samantha says, RIP Kevin Campbell and the young Millwall keeper. Sad news. Indeed it is. Jimbo, you weren't wrong when you married the pin-up girl. Hi, Destiny 5. Good to see you. Scotland was shocking, but I blame Clark for that. Never seen them so listless and tame. That's not the Scottish spirit and the way they played before. Yeah, I mean, big up to the Tartan Army. They were out in force. They said 4% of Scotland's population were there. I watched some of the footage of bagpipe players falling off the bar. I saw Lorraine Kelly getting drunk with the supporters. You know, if only their team had showed the passion and enthusiasm and fight that they did. But like I say, it's different levels. Germany are of a much higher standard than Scotland, and that completely showed last night. But today we've got lots of games, another 3 games. So looking forward to them. And yeah, building up for the big game tomorrow night, England versus Serbia. So, but what a way to start the tournament off, a 5-1 win. The largest ever defeat and victory in an opening game at any tournament, which is not a nice record to hold for Scotland.
But a nice one to hold for Germany.
Exactly. It's come out today that Arsenal want to sign Onana from Everton. Apparently, Everton have told them that they need to pay a minimum of £50 million. If Arsenal can get this deal done by the 30th of June, it will prevent any further sanctions for Everton with regards to FFP and PSR. I mean, I think Onana is a fantastic player. I really do rate him. Jim, have you got any thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Do you think it will happen?
well, he's a very good player. He's no disrespect to Everton, but he's a notch above them, I think. So yeah, I could see this happening. Definitely.
Yeah.
And they need to sell, don't they?
Yes. And they will want it through as soon as possible to obviously stop them getting any more sanctions with regards to their spending. Sorry, I was just I got a text message there. So yeah, I think he's a good player. I think Arsenal. I'm quite surprised it's that sort of player they're going for, but you know what? Like I say, I think he's good. A decent midfielder. Apparently, the Athletic have said Arsenal aren't interested at all. They normally know it's David Ornstein denies it. Interesting, because all over Sky Sports News and all over the Daily Mirror, amongst other newspapers, it says Arsenal have contacted Everton to register interest in Onana and have been told they need to pay 50 mil. Onana, 22, has established himself as one of the Premier League's most promising defensive midfielders, which is interesting again because yesterday we was talking about Zubimendi looking like it could end up happening with Arsenal, with Partey leaving. So maybe they've contacted about Onana in case Zubimendi does not go through. That's the only thing I can think of. But I mean, I would be, if we couldn't get Zubimendi, supposing he goes to Arsenal, I'd love to get someone like Onana. I think he's a really, really good player that's only going to get better. So I hope Arsenal don't sign him. Although I'd rather they signed him than Zubimendi, I've got to say. Next story is Mourinho has apparently said that he wants to sign Lindelof from Manchester United, which is kind of bizarre. Not somebody I particularly rate. I think he's well past his sell-by date, but then going to a different league could prove a good move for him. Seems like Mourinho's got his eye on a few players. For instance, Højbjerg has been linked with him, but it says the Swedish centre-backs entered his final year of contract at Old Trafford. Turkish outlet claimed that Lindelof, 29, is excited about the potential reunion with Jose and also with his former teammate Fred. Another one, Jim, that Mourinho's come out of the woodwork and said he wants to sign Lindelof again. Do you see this happening? Are you surprised?
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. But do you know what, Kate? At the minute, there's so many rumours going around about different clubs and different players, and I just think to myself, so much of it is just a smokescreen. I think of where people they're going for. Like there's a lot of people saying that Man United are going for Eze. I don't believe that. I don't believe they spend the money and they want to cut back their wages. So I don't
They're
think that's
wasting their time if they go for Eze or Elise, because they've both publicly come out and said they want to stay in London. So they're wasting their time anyway. But
go on.
No, I was going to say Lindelof's a player that I've never actually rated at all. I think I've never really understood how he plays for Manchester United and how he has done for all these years. So, but if Mourinho sees something in him, I see this happening. It's ideal for Man United to get rid of another player, and I can see this one happening. Agree, Jim? Do you see it happening?
I missed that, Kate. Sorry, it went all funny.
I said I can see this one happening because it's good news for Man United to be able to get rid of a player they don't really use that often.
Yeah.
So
I think a few teams have got that now, Kate. There's quite a lot of teams in the Premiership now that have got players they're not using at all. Man United have got quite a few. We've got quite a few. So there's a lot of teams with it, and with this FFP and PPS, whatever it's called, it's all coming into play. They're going to need to get people off the books. It's going to cut down the amount of players that teams have now. That's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. There is a poll in the chat about the Euros asking who you think will win it. So make sure you have a vote up.
I just done it on my phone.
Yeah, even Jim's taking part. Big up to Benji, says buongiorno ragazzi. Buongiorno ragazzi. I should have been Italian. PH is not good either, and Mourinho wants him. Yeah, but Mourinho did get the best out of him, as I said yesterday. So I kind of can see why he wants him. Lee Judges, who Arsenal tell all their secrets, said Arsenal are bidding on a player from United. Ciao bello. I love it. Love it.
I think, Kate, if Mourinho wasn't in the Turkish league, I think that PH would be with him wherever he went. But I'm not sure he's going to go to Turkey.
Another story: Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, and French side Nice are all interested in signing Al Hilal international right back Saud Abdulhamid. He's 24. He already has an offer on the table from Toulouse, according to the Guardian, and would cost around 3 million. I'm not going to say anything about this guy except no clue who he is, and I don't know anything about him. Do you, Jim?
I missed that again, Kate. My computer keeps going funny.
Saud Abdulhamid.
Yeah. Kate, let me go out and come back in. All right, I'll be back.
Like I say, I personally know nothing about him. There's obviously something that people are seeing because there's a few teams coming in for this guy, although he is only 3 million. I'm just going to Google him. I've put it in the wrong thing. I don't know if anyone in chat knows anything about this guy. He's 24. Abdul Hamid. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's plays as a right back for Saudi Pro League club Al Hilal. Not really a lot about him, got to be honest. Played in the Asian Cup 3 times, got 1 assist. Played in the World Cup 3 times, got 1 yellow card. Not much to write home about this guy. So yeah, that's probably why I know nothing about him. Big up to Steve RFC. Big up to you, sir. Hope you're well. Jimbo's back.
Right, Steve. Just in
I think
time to say hello to Steve and Paul. Morning, Paul.
I
Loved
think
your video
Højbjerg-
this morning. Absolutely spot on it was.
I think Højbjerg's going Napoli. Yep. Mourinho wants Lindelof, if we are to believe reports. Yeah, I've just gone through that, Juddy. I've just actually done that story. Partey will definitely go to Saudi without any shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. Paul Hotspur Hippie, big up to you, sir. Said, is he as good as Emity Cabernet? Oh, I'm not sure. I think this guy's pretty good, but I don't think we'll get him. But yeah, check out Paul's video this morning. I might as well touch on that while we're here. Bit of argy-bargy, shall we say? Bit of argy-bargy. Bentancur has done a video for a Uruguayan television show where he said something along the lines of all South Korean people look the same. So he has been forced to issue a public apology to Toney today because of this story. I mean, for me, I don't think Toney would take offence. I think they've got a friendship where they probably know that it's purely a bit of banter, but it sounds like somebody might have got offended on Toney's behalf. I mean, Jim, have you got any thoughts? Do you think this is anything to worry about?
Well, I think that they're good friends, but you just have to be really careful what you say.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I mean, it's not very nice to say that, is it?
No, it's vile to say it, and in this day and
it's
age,
not very nice.
It's totally inappropriate. But I don't. It was probably just a lack of what's the word? A lapse in judgment. I don't. Yeah, exactly. Players do have brain farts, I'm sure, and he's probably said it and thought, "Oh my god, what have I said?" But it is a very, I don't know how to put it. Just a stupid
it's
thing
a very
to say.
touchy subject, Kate, because of you're right, Phil. Because of the way the world is now, and you know, I was watching a video on YouTube yesterday. This guy was moaning his backside off that where he lives, there's a lot of foreigners moved in there, but it's just the way of the world now, you know, and it's just it is the way it is, and we have to be very careful of how we act and what we say. And if you've got half a brain, it's not hard, is it? You know,
No,
at the end of the day, where someone's from or their colour or however they look, they're still human beings, and there's good and bad in every race. So
the
it's a
thing is
very
as well.
it's a very touchy subject, and I don't like it when he's come out and said that, because it's wrong, and he should be punished and sanctioned by Tottenham for it, because
I mean, I totally agree that it was a racist comment, but now I forgot what I was going to say. This is why, Jim, when I start talking, you have to let me talk or I forget.
all right.
I think he'd be fined. Oh, I know what I was going to say. In this day and age, footballers have so much training on how to talk to the media, not like the old days where they were off the cuff. So he should know better. It was a stupid remark, and I hope it's not a remark that comes from the fact that he is racist and that it was just a brain fart. But I think it's. I don't know what Tottenham are going to do about it. Let's put it that way.
See, the thing is, I made a comment on Paul's video today, and I said that I think it's people with small minds and small brains that are racist and say stupid things. I was brought up in a very racist family. My family were very racist when I was brought up. I become an age where I mean my best friend at school was a black guy, and I kind of had to hide he was my best friend. But when I got to a certain age, my brain took over, and you know right from wrong.
Hmm.
You know, if you've got half a brain, you know what's right and what's wrong. Then I started seeing that I was brought up the wrong way. You know, so I would never say a remark like that because I know it would upset people, and it's the wrong thing to say. So he should think before he speaks on things like that.
It is. Is it? It is racism because you're classing all people the same. It's like when
Yeah,
women say all men are the same. Yeah, like I say, it was a stupid statement, and someone said it. I'm really disappointed in Lolo. That's kind of how I feel. If I was going to pick anyone from our team that would make a comment like that, he wouldn't even enter my head. I didn't.
no, me too.
I always imagine him to be very mature, very balanced, and yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing. Big up Raymond. Good to see you, sir. Um, good on you, Jim. You're a star. Yeah, I mean, we all know there's certain things you shouldn't say. There's certain. It's just I don't understand whatever possessed him to say it. That's all I can say. I don't unless this is the sort
it's
of
a
way he would talk with his friends. That's what
well,
worries me.
it's the type of thing it's the type of thing you think you would hear a child say, right? Because they don't know any better. For an
Yeah,
adult to
exactly.
say that, for me it's beyond belief, you know, to say it.
And
And so
basically, Daniela, big up to you, darling. Sonny Bentancur was interviewed and basically said South Koreans all look the same. And he's had to make a public apology to Sonny. I don't think that's an excuse to say it's a South American thing. I just don't like it.
it's a
Uh, we
human
all
thing.
we all love Mora, but he has certain political views that a lot of people wouldn't agree with. And that's fine, but don't publicly say it and try and make a joke. I mean, as Drula said, Sonny is probably the nicest guy on the planet. And I think if he kicked up a stink, he could get Bentancur out of the club. But Sonny's the sort of guy who'd just say, oh, you know, there was nothing to it. It was just a bit of fun. But deep down, that might have really upset Sonny. And as Ben said, we're going to South Korea on our pre-season tour. You know,
Yeah.
it's a very stupid thing to say. I mean, it's terrible PR. I'm sorry to say it from Daniel Levy's perspective, but that is terrible PR for one of our players to come out and say that when we're going over there and when our captain is South Korean. Um, yeah, exactly. But do you know what? Everybody knows. And like I say, footballers these days get so much training on how to speak to the media, what they can and can't say. He should have known better. Much, 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 much better. And yeah, exactly that. Everyone should have each other's back. Part of a team, you're part of a unit. I would think Ange will be absolutely livid about these comments because it's just not what you want to
And
say.
especially if you watch, there's an interview where he's interviewed privately, Postecoglou, and he talks about race and for all the different parts of the world, you know, uh, and it's really, really good. And you can see his views that he's 1,000,000% against this, you
Thing
know.
is, Trula, I could actually see Bentancur being left at home now for the
Yeah, I could
pre-season
as
tour.
well.
I don't know if they'll take him. The way the world is today, things like that will get you in trouble. I agree, but at the same time, I don't understand why he felt the need to say it. It's such a stupid, immature, and offensive remark. I'm
That's what
so
I said.
disappointed with him because I just didn't think he was that sort of guy, which sounds stupid, but there we
I mean,
go.
it is the sort of thing you expect to hear a kid in a playground say.
Yeah, exactly. But as I said, I'm sure Sonny will be the ultimate professional and just say there was nothing in it. But deep down, who knows what he feels? Either way, it's totally unacceptable. And I expect Bentancur to be left out of the tour to South Korea. And I expect if he doesn't get sold, he's going to be fined heavily, I would think. Um, But moving on from that, 'cause it's not a very nice subject, but I had to sort of bring it up. Seeing Paul actually reminded me, because obviously he done a video on it this morning.
Fantastic video as well. Everyone should go and watch it. The
Yeah, it's a
Hotspur hippie.
very good video. So yeah, make sure you go and watch it. Apparently Brentford have said that they will allow Ivan Toney to leave for 60 million. The striker's entered the final 12 months of his contract and has had interest from Man United, Arsenal, and Spurs. Tony's hoping to feature for England tomorrow as they begin the Euro 2024 campaign. 60 million, Jim. Is that what you expected? Is it more? Is it acceptable? What do you think?
No, I think it's too much. I think it's too much. I personally think between 40 and 50 would be the right price for him because of his age, not because of his talent. It's because of his age. If he was 25, I would say differently. But he's coming up to 29, so he's got what 2-3 years left of top football. Maybe an extra year. But I think between 40 and 50 is right. I wouldn't pay 60 for him if I was in charge of Tottenham.
I'm a real gooner says count Arsenal out. They don't like his attitude after speaking to him. That's what concerns me, this whole rumours about his attitude. I mean, 60 million, I agree, way too much money. When you think Benjamin Sesko was going for 45, now I appreciate he hasn't done it in the Premier League, but he's only 21. And this guy is coming to the end of his career. I think Tony's already hit his peak and he's on the down. I don't think he's ever going to get back to the form he was in before his ban. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, for me, it's much too high. I can't see them getting 60 million for him. And I don't think Tottenham will be going for him.
Oh, well, I want to. Yesterday, you asked me. I thought our first signing would be, and I want to change that. I think it's going to be that Kubo.
Oh, Takesa Kubo.
Yeah, I think he's going
Japanese
to be.
guy.
I think he's going to be our first signing.
Yeah. The 45 for Benjamin Sesko, is that in pounds? Because it's 60 euros. 45 million was his release clause, wasn't it? Is that what you mean? I don't know. If we get that Japanese player, Jim, I'll be absolutely delighted. Had so many people saying what a good player he is. So I hope you're right. Wilton says 60 mil for an average player. Football's gone mad. What is it? English tax. Any news on Eze? No news yet. Apparently he is our number one target for this window. If that's the case, then why the hell haven't we gone and got him already? But no update on it at the moment. I think you'll get Tammy because he's cheap. I mean, there is a chance that Tammy Abraham could come in and set the world on fire. I just don't particularly think it will. No, I think it was 45 mil. I'm sure it was 45 million pounds. Rinketic, I'm sure. Who cares about his attitude as long as he puts the ball in the net? If we had him last season, we'd have won the league, yeah. But would you because he got the ban? Who knows? Kubo and Eze would be very exciting. Yeah, the Japanese Messi. I know. I did read that, which is exciting in itself. Kubo will bring on the tourism with him. I agree with Jim. Levy wants that Spurs shop full every week. Now it's 60 mil because of the new release clause. Okay. Calvin Phillips looks like he could be heading out again and going to Fulham. I know this is completely nothing to do with Spurs, but it says Fulham could sweep for City's Calvin Phillips should they sell João Palhinha to Bayern. Bayern have been told that it's 60 million for the Portuguese midfielder. And if they were to buy him, Phillips could emerge as their replacement. Fulham have had eyes on Scott McTominay as well before they blocked Palhinha's move to Munich on deadline day. I mean, Calvin Phillips, Jim, he set the world on fire when he was at Leeds and then went to Man City and his career has just gone down the toilet, really.
Do you remember my words to you when Man City bought Phillips? Do you remember what I said to you? That
No.
his career would go down the pan. That's what I said to you. His career would go down the pan. he's not. He's not. I don't think a City player for one thing, but he's not good enough. Yeah, I was going to get on that in a minute. He's not even good enough for City. He's not. He's. They bought him, and it was just like, why? Why? He was one of these players that's always going to go there, and his career was going to go backwards. You know.
Mm.
I think he's had a lot. Did he have a lot of bad luck at West Ham with some injuries that he didn't play too much?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to say this, and Ben's just put it in the chat. Phillips, I could see Phillips at Everton, definitely. I think he would do well there. At Fulham, I could see him at Fulham, doing well there. But you know, teams like Everton, Fulham, I could see him do well at. Who else is there? Wolves, he might do well at Wolves, but he's not. He's not a player to go into a team like City. You know,
Yeah.
he's just not that type of player. So I did say to you when he went there, you won't hear a lot of him now, and it's exactly
Yeah.
what happened.
It's a shame what happened to Phillips. Hope he revives his career, even if it was at Everton. Big up to Yusuf, to Ilmatic, to Phil Coys, everyone coming in. Big up to you all. Good to see everyone. Yeah, I kind of agree. I thought Phillips, I really wanted him when I saw him when he first came on the scene, but you go to a team like City, you've got to really step up, and he hasn't really
Yeah,
been given the opportunity, and he's kind of like a very, very small fish in a big pond there. So he definitely needs a move. I could see him at an Everton as well. I think that he'd thrive somewhere like that. But
yeah.
be interested to see. But I do agree with Yusuf. I hope he can revive his career as well. But we will see. We'll see what happens. According to various different sources, apparently Tottenham have actually submitted a bid of 42 million, bless you,
Thank
for
you.
Takefusa Kubo. It says that Kubo's impressive rise at Real Sociedad has put him on the wish list of Tottenham, and according to reports, they have already submitted a £42 million offer to acquire the services of the Japanese versatile forward. Kubo prefers playing out wide on the right, but he can feature on the left as well as a number 10 when needed. Apparently, he's really impressed our recruitment team because of his versatility and ability to play in more than one position. But they said that his release clause is £51 million. So their initial offer of 42 is probably going to get rejected. But I like the fact that we've put a bid in, if it's true.
And it's not a million miles away. It's somewhere where they can meet in the middle. So,
Yeah.
right, Steve.
Big up, Steve Day. Good to see you, my lovely. Long time no see. Yeah, do you know what, Ben? I agree. Just pay the fee. This is how I feel about Eze. If these are our targets, no pissing about. The Euros are on. Don't wait. Just get the business done. Get it done now. I cannot stand this. Oh, well, they've put an offer in. They're considering making a bid. Just bloody well do it. It gets on my bloody nerves.
Yeah, but look, listen, Kate. Let's get a bit of perspective on it, right? The window's only just open. They might have been working on some deals in the closed window, which I'm sure they are. And the window's only been open a day. Let's not all get out of our prams and get like it should be happening now. Let's see
Why
over
not?
the next week. It takes time to negotiate, get the paperwork together, medicals. So let's give them a bit of leeway, and not hang Levy just yet. You know, it's the first day.
Well, I want it now. 110 mil for two players that walk straight into the team and fix our front line. Amen to that, Benji. Amen to that. Bit of news. Adam Lallana, can't believe he's still around, has made his move and had gone back to Southampton on a year loan. Just thought it was quite interesting. He's been around for ages, hasn't he? But yeah, he has gone back to Southampton on a year loan. Rinketic says, I can name 5 clubs who have already made deals and the transfer window opened yesterday. Yeah, I agree. Just get it done. I think both our clubs will have shock transfers. I hope so. Levy will always make a lower opening bid on anyone. And I want Kubo. Yeah, I mean, I think we all want Kubo. He looks like he's perfect for the Ange system, and he's extremely highly sought of. And as we all know, Ange does love a player that is flexible and can play in different positions. So I think it's quite an exciting prospect, and I'm happy that, like I say, that they have already put in an offer, if rumours are to be believed. But Adam Lallana's returned to Southampton on a 1-year deal after 10 years away from the club. He said, although it sounds like a fairy tale in my head, there's still a job to do, and I'm confident I've got a lot to give. So good luck to him. Like I say, it seems to have been around forever, but transfers already happened during major international competitions. Might take a while, but Kubo ain't in Euros, so might be soon. We already did a transfer. We got Timo. Kubo completes our right wing options. Southampton's not a bad move. That's where we first burst onto the scene, and they're in the Prem. Exactly. Owners know all about Levy, so won't bend. That's a problem now for Levy. Yep. If you're low balling Kubo, you'll guarantee Levy will low ball on Eze. Well, he cannot be low balling for long because other people will come in. But next story. Reports have suggested that Spurs have rejected a bid from AC Milan for Emerson Royal. The Brazilian is said to be a key target for the Italian side. However, they arrived with an offer of 17 million, but that does not appear to be enough for Daniel Levy. There remains hope a deal could be reached with a fee of around 21 million. I do think 17 million is a little bit low. I know Royale's not the most technically gifted footballer in the world, but I think if we can get 20, 21 around that figure, it's a bit more acceptable. But I do obviously see this one happening. We're not miles apart, 17 to 21. Not a lot of difference, but I know Nick will be distraught at the thought of Emerson going, but we definitely need better. GBC says, I hope that we get that Turkish left back that plays for Fenerbahce. He's very good, plus it would add to the army of Turkish fans. Renivy will get Kubu because of the Asian money. Someone bid for Royale.
Does he not have a say?
Jen's got one in her room. I will praise Levy if we get 20 million for Emerson. Not that much of a loss, and has been a decent servant. Yeah, I agree, Ben. I think, like I say, I think 17 is a little bit low. I think we should be able to get 20 for him, despite him not being very good. I think he'd do better in a league abroad. So I will praise him too. Ilmatic says Southgate said in his press conference that he will allow players to communicate with agents and clubs about transfers since he knows this is a critical time. So some transfers may happen during the Euros. What are you doing up here, Jimbo?
My computer's got a bit dodgy.
You could have just gone off and I'd have finished the show on my own.
Oh, I got to get FOMO
then. Selling Emerson and Rodon would be good business, yeah. Like I say, I do expect Emerson's deal to go through. They're not miles apart in valuations. 4 million isn't a lot of money. So I expect that to complete soon enough. Hi Jimbo, #save Jim. He's got to go down the stairs with me. What you two live together. I know it's a revelation. We're very rarely seen together, but look, we are actually together. It's unbelievable scenes. Another bit of news today. Again, not something that particularly makes me excited. It says it has been reported Chelsea and Spurs are amongst the clubs that could activate Solanke's Bournemouth release clause. The former Blues and Liverpool forward would require someone to be willing to pay £65 million. It says other teams interested include Liverpool, Arsenal, City and United. I mean, for me, £65 million is an absolute joke. I just think that's so much money for Solanke. I'm not a massive fan. He had a good season, but I think he's a bit of a purple patch player. Where are you going now?
Let's see if I can get mine going.
Oh, my God. I think he's a bit of a purple patch player like Rashford. Had one really good season and, he's got to prove that he's got consistency. So, for me, I would avoid Solanke. I'll be interested to what you all think. what you'll think. Kate, you should do this on the terrace. It'd be a laugh. Yeah. Solanke, I think, will beat the one season wonder allegations, but that clause is not worth it. Emerson is not even worth 15, let alone 20. I hope he doesn't come to us. He's not good enough for a big six club. No, you know what? I completely agree with that, Yusuf. I do. I completely agree. Emerton's a good footballer, just not suited to Ange ball. I don't think he's suited to the Premier League. I don't think he's strong enough. I don't think he's quick enough. I don't think he's got the mental, like the reading of the game, that sort of thing. So I just don't think he suits the Premier League. Toney also doesn't have many goals for how many games he's played. Solanke, not for me. If I were him, I'd stay at Bournemouth. Thrives at a club that size. Striker market's so non-existent, it's terrible. I'd take Trippier back as cover for Porro. Okay. Solanke's agent's doing a good job on spreading these rumours. Yeah, isn't he just? Emerson will be a good player in the Italian league. My thoughts exactly, Benji. Mr. M says Aaron Lennon out. Oh, one of my favourites. Oh, Jimbo's back. And he didn't fall downstairs. Hard woman, Kate. Am I a hard woman? I might be. Big up, Barney.
You mentioned the stairs, and I thought I've got to get out of there.
He's already proven he wasn't good enough for us and Chelsea. No finished talent in the world anymore. No. Again, I don't see us getting Solanke. I think it's all paper talk. And I think Bournemouth are saying all this to try and drive the price up.
And Tammy Abrahams, he's not coming to Tottenham. No way.
No, I don't think so either. I can hear Jem. What's she done? This is one we definitely didn't see coming. But according to Marsa, Virgil van Dijk has received a huge offer to join Saudi side Al Nazir. They are so keen to sign him, they are willing to make him the highest paid defender in the world. And talks are said to have taken place, with Van Dijk keen to make the move and his deal expires next summer. Wow. If that was to happen, Jim, Virgil van Dijk going over to Saudi.
Well, he gave an interview halfway through the season, and he kind of hinted that this could happen.
Mm-hmm.
He said he wasn't sure about his future with Klopp not being there. So it doesn't surprise me at all. Not one bit.
Yeah, I spelt it wrong, didn't I? I'm thinking of Van de Ven.
Yeah, I did look at that. When you put that up, I thought, oh, my God.
I mean, for me, if Virgil van Dijk goes, Liverpool have got a massive issue. Because although he's getting older, he's still their top defender. I thought Van de Ven was leaving or injured. Sorry, GBC. I just want to make sure you're all paying attention. KDB said the same thing. Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I can't see KDB going this summer. I could see Virgil van Dijk leaving Liverpool this summer because I think him and Klopp had a very close relationship. They're going to be starting, not a project, but they've got a new manager. I just got a feeling it might happen. I think Virgil van Dijk will go Barca. I'd go Saudi if the money's right. Yeah, there is that. Big up, Paddy. Good to see you. Says happy Saturday, folks. Missed the start. Sure, what was spoken about. Question for you. What did you make of Bentancur's comments? Yeah, we did cover it. I would just think it was very immature, very stupid, and a bit concerning. And yeah, disappointed in him, to be honest, Paddy. I mean, what did you make of it? All that money in Saudi, stay 2 years, it becomes tax-free. Exactly. Kate likes her. What's that? Kate likes her Beppies. I don't understand what that means. I'm fuming for my country, Scotland, outplayed by Germany. I think outplayed is an understatement. I think completely humiliated is better. Bentancur insinuated that all South Korean. Well, he didn't insinuate. He said that basically that all South Koreans look the same. So he's issued a public apology to Toney. Most disappointing behaviour from him. Sorry, I can hear people outside. Pepsi is the mean version of Pepsi. Ah, okay, yeah, I've got my Pepsi. Wagwan, Mr. M. Yeah, so like I say, I didn't see that coming, the whole Van Dijk thing, but I kind of hope that he does go. Just because, yeah, it weakens Liverpool. Yeah, so I hope he goes. So that was another story that has come out. Yeah, King Kai Havertz scored again, but he's not a striker. Yeah, he played very well, by all accounts. Possible Arsenal departure. It's very noisy people outside. I'm going to shout out in a minute. Tell them shut up. Apparently, Reece Nelson has been told he could leave this summer. Yeah, Arsenal. I actually don't think he's that bad. I think Nketiah is worse than him. But yeah, that's another player that could be going out the door. And apparently, Arsenal have said that are said to be interested in Eze. So another competition, another team competing for his signature, which is not good. But we say, I thought the same, but I have a saying: you do something once, it can be a mistake. You do it twice, it's intentional. It was wrong, but if he learns and others do too, then I'm willing to forgive. Yeah, I kind of get that, Paddy, but it's just so disappointing. People are so stupid, and as I said, they get so much training on dealing with the media. I just don't understand why he would say something so ridiculous. Was you going to say something, Jim?
No, I was just listening.
Right. So yeah, Ben's got a real problem. I've had the Roadhouse Blues stuck in my head the last 24 hours. I don't know what that is. Is that a song?
Must be a song, yeah.
I don't know that song. Remember when Arsenal fans said Nelson was good enough? Nelson, please don't go. Please go. Please don't go. Yeah, right. Nketiah will be gone. Well, I would think so. I mean, he's not good enough, is he? Let's agree. Let's be honest. Everton made majority shareholder Fahad Mashiri is expected to grant exclusivity to AS Roma owner for the sale of the club within the next 48 hours. Friedkin, who bought Serie A giants Roma, has an estimated worth of 4.8 billion pounds. So the Roma Roadhouse Blues by the Doors.
Yeah, just put it up.
I can't think how that goes. Love the Doors. Roadhouse Blues. Maybe I didn't know that's what it was called. Let me have a look. Hang on. So yeah, the Everton look like they're being sold to the I was going to say the Roadhouse Blues then, the Roma owner. Oh, I love this song. I actually didn't know that's what it was called. That's one of my favourite lines from the Doors ever. The future is uncertain, the end is always near. I used to write that on all my school books. If you please. It's all academic. Ange will get his men, and Ange's club management second season record. South Melbourne first, Brisbane Roar first, Melbourne Victory first, Oklahoma first, Celtic first, Tottenham first. Come on, that's what I like to see, Barney. You've given me a little tingle there, talking about all these first places. Come on, this is what we want. We want this optimism coming into.
Put my name up, please. Put my name up, please.
Hang on, I have to take all the banners away.
Yes, the quad is on. Come on.
There you go. Yeah, I mean that is true. Obviously, you can't deny with stats, but do I think we're going to win the league next season? No, but I bloody well hope I'm wrong, because us Tottenham fans deserve to be celebrating something. That's for sure. But with the likes of City and Arsenal, it's going to be extremely difficult. Let's be honest. The last bit of transfer news, if I can find it. Jimbo first. How can another club owner own another club? What if they pay each other? Italians are known for match fixing. I know, it's madness. Conte and Jose had good records before us as well. Yes, but not as good as that. Happy to lift the mood. Yes, you've done it. You've done it. You've lifted the mood. The last bit of news I had was Man United have apparently made an opening bid for Jared Branthwaite of 30-something million, 35 mil, I think it is, which is, I mean, if I was Everton, I'd find that insulting and tell them to bog off, because they've already said they want in the region of 60 million, or is it 80 million upwards? So to come in with an offer of 35 million is quite frankly insulting. I know Everton need to sell players, but that to me is just absolutely ridiculous. But I think this could happen. Branthwaite, yeah, look, they've put in. Oh, some sources have said that it was 45 million pounds, but many other sources have said it was significantly lower than that. So yeah, that's happened. I mean, they were interested in other players, but it looks like now they're going full out for Jared Branthwaite. So UEFA rules say owners can't own two clubs in the same competition, except when it happens, they make an exception. Exactly. Multi-club ownership is the way forward. ENIC tried this as well. Exactly. Very low bird. Flip the bird to Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Yeah, he is. I mean, I just incredibly insulting. But there we go. As I say, I do expect them to get their man. I think Everton are going to have to sell these players. So, but to go in that low is definitely, he's been taking lessons from Daniel Levy. Sky Sports reporter has said that Michael Elise played a crucial role in Crystal Palace's strong finish to the season. Either side of injury interruptions, 22-year-old's efficiency was unrivaled in the Premier League, scoring 10 times and 6 assists in 19 games. Wow. But he said you can't, and they said they can't question his talent and potential. Palace will face a huge fight to keep him, but can he step up? I mean, I think Eze and Elise are both well capable of stepping up if they go to a top 6 team.
Well, let's be honest. Stepping up from Palace to Tottenham is not a huge jump, is it?
No.
It's not. So yes, Eze will definitely fit in with us. Yeah, they're both good players, Kate. They will be able to step up.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, R.I.P. Kevin Campbell. We did have a talk about him at the start. I'm going to end my poll and see how it went. So, who do we think's winning the Euros? The results are as follows. England, of course, got 32%. France got 28%. Germany, 19%. And someone else, 19%. So, we've got a majority thinks England are going to win it. Oh, I can't see it, but you know what? Let's hope you're right. And then second place, France. That's who I actually think will win it. But I think we'll know more when we see England play tomorrow. It'd be interesting to see what Southgate does, who he plays, and what happens there. Big up, Daz. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, sir. Was you going to say something, Jimbo, then?
Yeah, I was going to say that I've read and watched some videos on about United, that they interviewed a few people for the United job, and no candidate wanted to take it because they've told them the transfer budget is only 50 million,
Right.
and they want to get rid of players on huge wages and put a wage cap on the players. So they reckon that the people they interviewed were dumbfounded and didn't want to take the job. That's why Ten Hag ended up staying. How true this is, I don't know, but I have watched it and read it from 2 or 3 sources. So
yeah, there is that. Big up, AJ. Good to see you, darling. Hope you're well. Only 5 days till you fly off to Turkey. Lucky old you. I'm just seeing if there was any more transfer news, but I think we've covered it all. I mean, a lot of it, like paper talk. Um,
Partey leaving. He's going to Saudi by the looks of it.
Yeah, I covered that yesterday and did mention it today as well. Millwall Club. Oh, that's the statement. Millwall Football Club is devastated to announce that Matthias Sarkic has passed away, aged 26. It just doesn't bear thinking about.
He's one player that's played for both Aston Villa and Birmingham as well. He was on loan. He played for Villa and was on loan at Birmingham.
Yeah. Romano, anything? Chelsea have agreed verbal agreement to sign Brazilian gem William Estario. I don't know who that is. This is a funny one. Fabian Hertzler has become the new Brighton manager. He's officially the youngest manager in Premier League history at just 31 years old. I think he just got, is it St. Pauli up into, is it not the Bundesliga, is it? Anyway, very come as a bolt out of the blue. I really don't know much about this guy, but yeah, Brighton have got themselves a new manager who's a very young man. So yeah, there is that news. The Zerbi looks like he's going to Olympique Marseille. So yeah. What have we got here? Jim, it wasn't because of transfer money, it's what they offered for managers' wages. What was that about?
The Man United.
Oh, okay. Oh, big up JJ. John James in the house. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Nuri Sahin become the Dortmund manager. Yep. 31 ain't young. It bloody well is young. I'd like to be 31 again. Brighton are on the decline. Computer models run out of luck eventually. Yeah, to be fair, I kind of agree with you there. I do think they are. Exclusive. Tottenham future defender Luka Voskovic is on the verge of joining Belgium side Westerlo. Understand loan deal has been agreed on the player side with the Croatian 2007 born defender. Paperwork pending between Hajduk Split and Westerlo to approve the loaning and sign. I remember signing Vuskovic, haven't we? Only just signed him last window. We put him out on loan again. Am I right or not?
I'm not sure, Kate.
Brighton have taken chances, got away with it. One day that will run out. AC Milan have decided to sign Alex Jimenez from Real Madrid. That's another bit. Chelsea talent Tyreek George set to sign new contract at the club today. We did, but he's way too young to play in England. Okay, because of Brexit rules. Good move for him. He can't come to UK till he's 18k. Okay, I thought we'd only just signed him. Anything else? Alejandro Garnacho will be part of the Argentina squad for the Copa America. That's not really transfer news. Let's look at David Ornstein, see if he's got any news. Yeah, that's all about Everton. That's all about Jared Braithwaite. Reece Nelson has told Arsenal he wants to assess his options for potential transfer. Arsenal have previously rejected approaches in January and would want £20 million, including add-ons, if decide to sell. Crystal Palace and Newcastle, Nottingham Forest and West Ham among the 24-year-old wingers suitors. There we go. Yeah, Hotspur Hippie does pop in every now and again, but yeah, it's past his bedtime. I must get you on one day, Paul, and have a chat. I know it's not a good time sort of for you as far as your Australian time goes, but I've got a message from Mickey Hazard who is going to come on, I believe. Let me look at the date. I'm just going to book it in with him. I think Mickey is coming on. He said this is next week, but next week's really tough for me. So I think it's going to be Wednesday, the 3rd of July. He looks like he's coming on then to do an end of season review.
Week before my birthday.
Yeah, just have a chat about Spurs and England. Sorry, I'm just answering him. Yeah, friend of the show, lovely Mickey. So yeah, looks like he's coming Wednesday, the 3rd of July. onto the show. Finally, Romano can't be trusted. He says we were interested in whatever club pay him the most to flog their deadwood. Rinketic says Bergvall is not even in the Sweden squad. Assess his options. 1, you're not playing. 2, F off. Here she goes, name dropping again. Oh, I know. Do you know what?
He was pushed out the door.
I was going to say, when we sat and we spoke to Mickey, believe me, he was pissed off when they sold him as well.
He didn't want to go, but they told him that he wasn't part of the plans anymore.
He said he wished he could have only ever played for Spurs. I think that really upsets him to this day. From what I could tell by talking to him. I mean, got quite emotional when he was talking about it, didn't he, Jim?
Yeah.
But yes, sad times. But Erbion in I'm sorry, but I've got to advertise my show. So a couple of weeks' time, we'll have Mickey on, going to have on Graham Roberts as well, Paul Stewart. I've just got to book these people in. I need my diary. And I can book. No, he was not a Chelsea legend, he was a Tottenham legend. Jim's favourite all-time player. So yeah, he's always good to have on the show. He's been on a couple of times, and he's always good to talk to. I love hearing his stories. I was actually quite starstruck the first time he came on. So I will put a post on the community page if anyone's got any questions for him. We'll get him in. But I want to hear what he thinks about Ange, how this season's gone, and also next year.
And hopefully, by the time he comes on, 3rd of July, we'll have some new signings in.
Hopefully. Yeah, let's hope so. Paddy says, Mickey has taught me to be kind in life, taught you to be kind in life and help others when you can. He's a proper gent. He absolutely is. And he always is pushing out that narrative of, putting other people before yourself and being kind. And he is a wonderful human, probably one of the nicest people I've ever met.
He does a lot for charities, a lot for kids. He's a special man, that's for sure.
There's a Facebook page, I think it's called Legend on a Bench, which is his new thing where he's putting benches around for lonely people and they're dedicated to legends. Please give it a like. He's trying to grow the site, so please do give it a like. Jim, what name are you having on your Arsenal shirt?
I'm not even going to answer that. This is the only shirt that ever goes on my back. If I had to go out in the freezing snow and someone give me any football top from any team in the Premier League, I wouldn't put it on. I'd rather go out there naked. This is the only Spurs shirt the only top football shirt that goes on my back.
Big up, Willsy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's on Twitter too, Kate. I'm doing the same in Ireland. Oh, that's lovely. Havertz, no. Definitely no names of definitely no Arsenal shirts going on. Otherwise he'd be getting divorced. It's as easy as that.
I can't even believe you said that. Like I would put another shirt on, but I wouldn't put no other football shirt on, not just Arsenal. Just wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Well, I've worn a Lincoln shirt before, and I've worn a Charlton shirt before. When I've been to Charlton a few times, but big up to you, Key Bake. Says good morning from California. How lovely, lucky old you. If you haven't already, guys, can you smash a like on the stream for me? And if you haven't subbed, please do. I'm on my way. I've just hit 1400, so on to the next milestone. I met Gary Mabbott at Blue Water and told him thanks for picking us City in the cup. He's a top bloke. He did say he was going to come on the show, but Mickey spoke to him to finalise it, and he said that he's not really comfortable about it. I think he's quite a quiet, reserved person, and he wasn't very comfortable coming on and talking on a podcast, which is absolutely fine. I said to Mickey, look, at the end of the day, he's always going to be my favourite player, and I will think no less of him if he chooses not to come on. He doesn't like to do it. He likes to keep what he does with the fans behind, like, private. Like he makes a lot of phone calls to fans and stuff, which I think is quite commendable. Yeah, divorce. Another divorce for Jimbo. Don't tell anyone about Jacob's stream. I watched some of that. What happened? I did watch some. Jacob was wearing a top with red on. I've got to have a serious word with that young man. He had a red and black top on. Yeah, shy, understated, humble, all those things. So, like I say, but I have got Graham Roberts and Paul Stewart also coming on. And there was one more. Oh, what's that guy, Jim, that asked me about coming on?
Gary Stevens.
Gary Stevens, correct. So yeah, it never happened.
He had a Germany top on.
Oh, it was Germany. I didn't pay that much attention, but he said he felt funny that he's wearing red, and I looked and I thought, oh, what's that? Never even clicked. It was Germany. Yeah, big up Jacob every time, to him and his beautiful family.
Well, if he wants to wear a German top, he's American. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? It's up to him.
No. Top guy. I must actually invite him on the 24th because I'm doing a special show for a year of Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs, and I'm getting on a few people that have helped me along the way. So I must message Jacob because he is a top human. Yeah, Jacob's class. We love Jacob. I can't say it's too embarrassing. Willsy, what did you do? I'm gonna have to watch it otherwise. Paul Stewart, Ipswich legend. He will be on. He is a top man.
I always flick through Jacobs. Always have a flick through and have a little watch.
Big up James Bond as well. Good to see you. Big up Daz. Gary Lineker. That's never going to happen. Anyone that still does a lot of public work, you're never going to get on. So I'm not even going to attempt. I did try and get Martin Yole, but I didn't have any joy, unfortunately. I did try and get Harry Redknapp, but I got told that he's too busy. So any Germany fan, Germany, any Scottish fans in here today? Yeah, where's Angus? Where's Angus? James Bond, good to see you. I was so pissed off when Spurs sold Graham Roberts' bloody plea. Yeah, he's a nice guy as well. I'm looking forward to having him on, to be fair. Oh, I'd love to have Bale on. Too busy. He's got so much golf to play. He's way too busy. I mean, if I could, I'd love to have Teddy Sheringham on, but he charges a fortune.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, yeah. If I ever make enough money out of this channel, I will get all these on. Romano said Luka Vuskovic is on the verge of joining. I've just, Ilmatic, I just did that story. Go for Raymond Vega. Yeah, a lot of people say that. We watched him with the boys, didn't we, on Free Spurs Boys? He's a nice guy as well. He's going to have
you should try and get him on. He's a proper Tottenham boy as well. He loves Tottenham.
And Sandro. I'd like to get Sandro on as well. So, yeah, I will. I'll try and get on as many as possible. But he made me a mod for some reason, even though I begged him not to. Oh. Genuinely think that Scottish performance has to be the worst of any nation I've seen. Yeah, and that's the biggest defeat of an opening match ever. I've tried to contact him. I have tried because I've seen him on other channels, but I will try again. I will message him today and try and get him on because I love him. Yes, that video is so funny when he says what he says. The ladies on here are a definite 16 out of 10, and their faces. Oh my god, so funny. Ryan Mason. What about Gaza? Never going to happen. Ever.
You never know. You never know.
I do know. But yeah, Gary Stevens, Graham Roberts, Paul Stewart. They're the next ones, and of course Mickey. I will text him for you and Sandro. Won't promise anything, but I will ask because I know both are busy. Text who, Paddy? Which one? Vega. Are you talking about Vega?
Yeah, he's talking about Vega and Sandro.
Oh, Paddy, you're a ledge. Thank you. Sandro. Oh my God. Do you know what? I actually had a debate with Sava ages ago because he said he was crap. He's always been one of my favourites because you know why? He gave 100% every game and he was savage, absolute beast on the pitch. I love him, absolutely adored him. So, and what a bloody nice bloke. Paul Miller is someone I'd like to have on Tottenham on tour. Reach out to him. Do you know what Gary Stevens actually asked me, which is amazing. Thank you, Paddy. You're a ledge. Thank you so much. I'd appreciate that. But yeah, I think that's all I've got to say. I've got to obviously, yeah, I agree. He wasn't crap. Never in a million years was he crap.
No, he was a big fella, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'd like him to say it to his face. Yeah, Jacob's been on my show before, but I will see if he can come on the 24th for my yearly show. I will give him a message. I will in the new season. I'm going to start doing slightly different shows, and I might do an evening show. In which case, if Jacob's free, I'll get him to come on. I'm torn on who should be in goal, Vic and Donnarumma. Nice, right. Sorry, I was completely lost there. As I said, please make sure you smash a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, I've got to write your Father's Day cards. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there for tomorrow. Enjoy your special day. And for all the mums that are mum and dad, happy Father's Day to you too. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy watching all the Euro games. First one kicks off in 20 minutes. So enjoy those games. And obviously tomorrow, I won't be streaming, but we have the big England-Serbia game. So please, God, we start the tournament off with a win. We are actually not scheduled to be back until Thursday or Friday next week because we've got a busy week. So I'm pretty sure there'll be loads of people streaming. If there's any breaking news, I will do shorts though. I've completely, you know, when your brain just goes blank, that's what's happened to my brain. Jim, anything you want to add?
I've lost you again. Are you there?
I'm here.
You was like that guy then with the cat. I've lost you.
No, I wanted you to think I was frozen.
Oh, I didn't think that.
No pre-match pump up tomorrow. I've got to drive tomorrow. I've got a 3-hour drive, so I shan't be around. But bless you. I will jump on as and when we can, but end of next week we'll definitely be doing another live. Anything you want to add, Jimbo?
No, not really. Just
No?
hope we get some transfers in the next week. And,
yes, please let us get Kubo in.
Yeah, Kubo, Eze, be a good start.
Yeah.
This is the time we're going to see how serious Tottenham are this window, because I will start the season fuming if we don't get in some superstars.
Yeah, agreed. Have a brilliant Saturday. Have an even better Sunday. RIP Kevin Campbell, and also to the Millwall keeper. Stay safe, everyone. Look after each other. Be kind. All those things. And yeah, we'll see you next week. And as always, come on, you Spurs, and come on, England.
Come on, you fucking Spurs.